Hi guys, hi again for some of you that I saw you this morning.
Hey, Selma. Hey, Selma.
Now we are becoming experts on this thing, eh?
Yeah, we are indeed.
Okay, let's wait until everybody joins. Hopefully everybody is able to join, but let's see how many people are able because of this time slot. So we're gonna wait maybe 1 more minute before we start.
Okay.
Maha, you can't hear anything.
Are you muted, Maha? Or did you mute the chat?
Is it working? Can you talk?
Can you hear?
Yeah.
Yeah, mute me. Okay, I can mute now.
Okay, we're gonna make a little round before we start talking about the course, just to make sure that your mic is working, that your speakers are working, and also to start playing with this Zoom device for some of you who haven't used it before, maybe want to start getting used to it. I'm also learning a little bit how to manage it, so let's wait again 1 more minute until everybody joins.
Sure. This is so cool.
Derek, show your face.
Wow, okay. Sure thing. Oh, hello. Oh, wait. There we go. Now you can see me.
Wait, can we do this virtually? Like,
What?
You know, the high five?
The what? The high five? Just whoop. Oh, wait. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Okay.
Here we go. Oh, wait. I got this. Hold on.
Okay, guys, I guess we're gonna start. I don't think more people will join. It's now 3:02. Okay, that's Derek.
Hi.
Okay, so we're gonna have a superhero meeting eventually. The next one, bring your superhero
Yes,
masks.
indeed.
Okay. All right, so if I can ask you to mute your mics so we don't have a noise in the back, and then whenever you want to talk, you just unmute, and let's see if we can just play by ear. Otherwise, we're gonna create maybe a system to raise your hand. I think there's an icon if you want to raise your hand, but let's start playing, just playing by ear today to see how it works. I sent an email asking people if they cannot join at 3, so they could join at 4. Let's see how it works, but that's gonna be only for today. I expect the next meetings to be lasting more, or maybe the 2 hours, maybe not the whole 2 hours, but we'll see how it goes, because the idea would be to have some classes online. So if it takes more than the hour and then we have some space for questions and answers, we may spend more than the hour. So let's start today maybe just by looking at each of you. I'm gonna ask each of you as you appear here in my screen. I don't know if you are able to put your screen in small images so you can see all of you together, not to see my only my face. If you can do that, that's even better, because then we can see each other. And otherwise, we're gonna start. Maybe I'm gonna give now the space to Sosha. So the question will be, how are you doing? And if you live here well, if you feel, how are you feeling? Where are you in the world? That's also important to know. And if you can share with us what time of the day it is, because I want to have kind of a record where you at in the world. So Sosha, just unmute, please, and then please tell us, how are you?
Hello, hi, I'm fine, a bit tired, but it's 11 p.m. I'm in Poland, back home. It's all right.
Good. Do you listen well? Are you okay with the system?
Yeah, Yeah, everything is fine.
Good. So you must be tired by now. It's 11 p.m. over there, but hopefully we will not have a very boring meeting today. And again, we'll see next week. Hopefully it doesn't take that much because I haven't tried yet to put a class online, but we will see next week how it goes. And then I have Jamie and JP who are together, I think, in the Yukon, aren't you? Just unmute. JP and Jamie.
Yeah, we're doing well. I'm a little bit cold, but it's fine.
And Jamie, are you on quarantine or are you going outside? Are you fine over there?
No, we're it's good. Yeah.
It's good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And right now is the same time as in Victoria, I think, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. I have Maha next. Maha, I saw you in the morning. I hope you're not that tired, but if you can share with, oh, you are still here on this side of the world, aren't you?
Sorry?
You are here still in Canada, aren't you?
Yeah. I mean, I'm waiting. So
Yeah. And what time is it right now? Is the same time, or I don't remember how much hours do we have?
it's 6 p.m. It's like 3 hours more. So yeah.
Sure.
But if I do go back to my country, then like it'll be more, like much more, like 8 hours.
Yeah, so that would be a tricky time for you to be connected, but let's see how, as the weeks unfold, how are we going to be managing this? William, I saw you this morning as well, and then if you just want to say hi to everybody.
Hi. Yep. Good to see you all.
And you are in Halifax, aren't you?
In Newfoundland, in
Yep.
Corner Brook.
All right. Thank you. I see Jennifer next. Jennifer, hi. How are you doing? Where are you at? And you can, if you can share with us what time of the day is it right now, back home or where you are?
Okay, I'm doing pretty well. I'm in quarantine, and it's 6 a.m. here, so I'm kind of tired.
You just wake up?
And yeah.
Good. So we'll see, because if this time helps you, the problem is that if you have classes before this time, that would be tricky for you. But what we are trying to do as teachers, we want to record our classes so you will be able to just load it and then see the class whenever you have some time. And then when we connect, you may have a chance to have questions, and then we can have a small discussion once you have seen the class. So the tricky part is how to record the class so it's not really something boring, but I'm gonna try to talk about this today, and as the days unfold, maybe for the weekend, we will have our first class ready for next Thursday. And Giovanni, now I see you already ready for the day, and compared to this morning, do you want to say hi and how are you doing, Giovanni?
Hello, I'm pretty good. Important. Here is 3 p.m. It's the same time as Victoria, so it's like it's like Jamie and JP. We're so close. So yeah.
Okay. Your mic is a little bit entrecortado, so maybe you want to double check your mic later. One thing that they are telling us is that it is useful to have our headphones. I don't have mine here, but that will reduce the noise maybe if you are not able to listen well. And if you are not talking, if you can just mute your phone, I mean your mic, please. And Derek?
Hi, hello. I'm currently in the Yukon as well, so yeah, it's 3:09 here as well. So yeah.
Okay, good. So lots of people in the Yukon. That's good. And
Yeah.
Salma, I see you next. How are you? Where are you? And how are you feeling? How are you doing? What time of the day is it right now where you are?
I'm good. I mean, till now. It's 6 p.m. now, 6:10 in Montreal. I'm staying with Noor.
Good. Okay, and Arifa, we cannot see you, but we can hear you, I think. So if you want to share with us, how are you? I wonder if you are calling or if you are able to see us. Hi. I don't know if you're calling by phone or you are joining with your computer. I guess we cannot hear you, Arifa. So if you want to use the chat, just to make sure that you can hear us. Okay. So I'm gonna recheck with you, Arifa, because I don't know if you hear us because we cannot listen to you. So I'm gonna try to invite you again to this meeting, and then let's see if if you can join, hopefully today. Okay. Okay, if you allow me 1 minute, guys, I just want to resend this to Arifa and then go back with you. Good. Okay, so first of all, I want to share with you the webpage that I send you a link. I'm just gonna share here the page. Let's see, share the screen. And then if we go, where am I here? Just 1 sec. So I want to show you the page that I created so we can have some resources. I hope you see the page right now. If we go through this web page, we want to click here where it says Econ First Years, and then we will have some links here for you. And what we are about to start, which is important for us to finish this term, is a macroeconomics chapter, okay? So what I put here is I divided the chapter in 4 sections. The first one is what we have been doing so far, which is talking about development. You have been presenting to the class different ways of measuring well-being, remember, by groups. That was our last thing before all these things of the, the virus happened. So if you can see down here, I put here PowerPoint, so some resources. I already uploaded a PowerPoint. There's gonna be a video here, which is the one that I want to record for you over the weekend, related with the concept of development and growth, which is just an introduction. We will have a big chapter next year as a second year, but we want to talk about small things related with development and growth, which is, for example, what you have been doing about how to measure well-being. There's this reading. If you go down here, there's a reading, and if you press here, then this is a reading that I would like you to do or to make during this week. It's only 19 pages, but it talks a little bit about different ways of measuring well-being. My plan is that after that reading, I will post here some questions related with the readings, and then for next Thursday, we may want to discuss if you have any questions related with those questions. So it will be kind of trying to look at the reading, trying to look at what you were presenting on the last weeks, and putting all together under the chapter of development. So because it's just an introduction, we're gonna stop here. So that's gonna be only for the remaining week. And next Thursday, we are going to start with the topic of macroeconomics, which is the circular flow of income, which is this topic that is here. The idea is that I will actually upload the PowerPoint next Thursday, so we will have a regular class online. For those who are not able to join next Thursday, this class is going to be recorded, and then they are going to be able to check it then later, and then we will actually refer to that class when we go to quizzes and tasks related with the class. So that's the plan. I'm gonna try to make it happen for next Thursday. And that's, if it works well, that's the way that we are going to be working on the remaining weeks. So we have these topics, which is the circular flow of money, the macroeconomic goals, and then we go to the next, which is the business cycle, macroeconomic models, and these schools of thought. All of that should be, we should be good by covering this in 2 weeks, more or less, two weeks. And then we're gonna finish with macroeconomic policies. So what we will see is that all these theories are very appropriate right now, because what we are living now in the world is actually what we can analyze using these tools. So I'm not happy that it's happening, but there's gonna be a recession that we are expecting to come in the next months. And maybe it's gonna be a good case to study, even if it's going to be affecting us, it's gonna be affecting the world, but it's gonna be very useful to understand it using all these theories and all these models that we are going to be learning. So it's very appropriate, the timing that we are doing this, because then we can refer to real life examples in real time, just to put it in those terms. So this is what we are expecting to look in the next months, in the next month and a half, more or less, until we end the term. So far, we don't have a certain date of ending this term. I expect it's gonna be about 2 months from now, but anything can change tomorrow. So just so if you're aware, I'm just following instructions from Emily, and whatever happens, she's gonna let us know and let you know as well. I'm gonna stop right now to see if you have any questions, because then I have something else to share with you, but let's see how do you feel so far with what I have seen and shared so far?
So for next Thursday, we have to do the reading and check the questions that you're gonna upload.
Yes, that's correct. And the questions, I haven't put them yet. I haven't had the time, but now it's not that crazy as it has been. So I guess by Sunday, the questions should be already uploaded, and then you will know because I will send you an email.
Should we answer to these questions or just look at them?
Yes, so the questions are gonna be for you to answer, because those questions are gonna be focused on what we want you to focus on the readings. You don't need to submit the questions to me, because we will talk about those questions next session. Maybe we're gonna use in 20 minutes just to discuss the questions and to go through it. And then we're gonna start the new chapter, as I was telling you. So task to do, to read that document that is already on the webpage, and to answer the quiz or the questions that I'm going to be submitting on the next couple of days.
Okay, thank you.
Arifa, I see you there now. Can you hear us? And maybe you want to share it to see if your mic is working.
Yes, I can hear you. Hello, everyone.
Good. And where are you at right now, Arifa?
I'm in Calgary.
Okay. Good. So again, if anyone is changing, because anything can change, just let us know, or let's send me an email to see, well, I moved, I went to my country, or I changed place, so we know that you may not be able to join because of the time zone, so that's fine. Again, these sessions, we are kind of testing them. If you are not here or you're not able to join, don't worry, because again, maybe it's better to be on real time, but all these sessions are being recorded. And you don't have to be here if you cannot be here. There's no attendance, of course. And again, you will not miss anything because you will see the recording later. So any more questions, guys? Yeah, Salma.
Samuel, are you gonna upload the book, the IB book?
Thank you for that question. So if you go again, I'm gonna share the web page. I think. Yeah, sure, here. So good. If you go here to the web page to go to more, then it says economics book. So there's a PDF of one of the books. We have two, but this is the one that I could find online. Let's see if we can load it here. Yeah. So if you are able to see that, so this is the book that we have online. again, this is the IB book, but there are plenty of resources online, so you don't have to stick with this book. Some of you don't like the book, some of you like it more, but at least we have this resource for you available. Okay, so that's the first one that I can share with you. If I find other sources, I will share with you other sources, but that will be for now the one that you can use.
Also, in the webpage, you only uploaded macroeconomics. Are you gonna upload microeconomics, like the PowerPoints and the?
Yeah, it's been tricky for me because this week I've been trying to set up this webpage and I'm not really too, too knowledgeable about that. So I'm trying to upload as much as possible, but I'm focusing more on what is ahead of us rather than what we have done before so far. Again, if you can try to access PeerNet, still PeerNet has all the PowerPoints from the past. And again, I don't think I will load anything more on this webpage because I want to make it as clean as possible, not to have a lot of information.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Any other questions?
Yes, I'm also. I just wanted to ask you, is it like the same for the papers? Is it the same thing that in Glopo? Like we're not gonna have the paper 2, right? It's at the end of the term.
Yeah, thank you for that question because that's important to know. I don't think we're going to be having any assessments for your final grades in terms of final examination as if you were here, because if you were here, you were going to have an examination, but we're not doing that remotely. So what I'm trying to put, I will try to put some papers or some IB questions related with the topics that we will learn, macroeconomics, for you to practice. So those are going to be more for practicing than for marking, okay? So your achieved grade, the good thing is that we have already done examinations to have at least some achieved grade, but the achieved grade at this point doesn't mean a lot because it's just for you to have some feedback of more or less where are you in the IB scale. Of course, when you come back in September, we will have a chance to make some assessments, so you will have your predicted grades for universities. What I usually do is that I use your achieved grades as a basis, and then from there we build your predicted grades. So because of what's happening this year, I don't really know how we're going to be working for your predicted. The IB actually is very uncertain of when are we starting again. We don't really know if we're going to start as we should start in August because we don't know how this is going to be going on in the next months. But if ceteris paribus, again, if nothing changes, then we should start in September as usual. You should be here and we will start the year with some assessments for your predicted grades. So hopefully this is clear enough. Another thing, I'm not really giving you homeworks, but we're gonna be trying to make like this e-learning more than I'm just sending you, or I will send you the task to do during the week. So the next time that we connect, we talk about that task. Okay, so written assessments, I'm not really going to give you unless there's a specific one, but I don't expect something to be like writing an essay or something like that. Don't expect that. Mostly will be IB practice questions for you that then we can discuss the answers on the next session. I'm going to give you some readings also because those are going to be helpful to prepare for the next session that we will have. And I will give you some maybe quizzes as we have done in the classroom, like multiple choices and these kind of quizzes just to consolidate your learning. But I don't expect any homeworks to be submitted. If there's any homework coming up, I will let you know in advance, but I don't think it's going to happen in our class on the remaining months. Any more questions or any other question that you may have in general about the class, about even the college? If you have questions about the college, I may be able to answer or not, but let's use the space. Okay. So let me see what else we have here. Yeah, so just be expecting an email over the weekend in which I'm gonna be telling you, okay, I have uploaded already the quiz and the video of the class, if I have been able to upload a video, at least some quiz related with the reading. So your homework right now will be to read this section that I posted on the webpage. I will send you the quiz. Another suggestion will be keep watching the news. I know you are now always on the screen, but let's see how in the USA they are talking about the recession, because we're going to talk a lot about recessions in the next couple of weeks. And you will see how all the information that now is being given, particularly from the USA, which is very interesting, I have seen, is very attached to the theory. So you will see that they are focusing on a by the book recipe to maybe to take the challenge of the recession that is coming. Now this year, the recession that is coming is very unique because of the coronavirus thing, which is making people just to be stranded, which is something that we want maybe to talk about. I saw your hand, Giovanni, but just to finish, because people are now stranded in their homes, which is making another big impact on the economy, because people are not consuming things, people are not traveling, and people are just buying the basics from now on. So that will be something that hasn't been seen in the past, which we may want maybe to discuss and maybe want to talk about how that may affect the global economy as well. Giovanni.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask about like the IA that we already submit. Is that gonna be part of they are predicting this term or not? But it's not really important. I don't know.
Okay, great question as well. You know, because I've been here in the house trying to drive students to the airport and all that thing, I haven't been able to look at your IAs yet. My goal is to read your IAs and to provide you feedback, because that was the promise, to give you feedback so you could work on a final draft. So we'll keep that same thing. Let's keep the same thing. I don't know when I'm gonna give you the feedback, but it will be maybe in the next month. I will send your IA by PDF, I will scan it with my comments, and then each of you will receive your own IA with my comments so you can start making changes. But the deadline of your final IA, the first IA will be when you come back in September, as we have seen in the past. So it's not going to be counted for your achieved grades. Actually, as I was saying, your grades right now are very blurry because we don't really know how are we going to be putting it. So count only on the examinations, but the marks that you have right now are not that relevant because of what is happening. Maha.
Is Emily going to give us more insight about the grades tomorrow? Because I know like tomorrow the IB is releasing some kind of question, answer, or whatever. And Emily said that she was going to send us something. Is it also for first years or only second years?
Yeah, that's a good question too. We are expecting the IB to tell us more or give us more guidelines, because so far they have been a little bit shy in saying exactly how it's going to work. We expect by tomorrow to have more clear how are we going to be giving the diploma for the second years. That's the most important thing right now, to see what's going to happen with their diploma. And I think they will release also some guidelines of what to do with first years. So let's wait until those instructions happen. Again, I think the benefit that you have as first years is that we still have 1 year ahead. So still things can be shaped in different ways because we have time to do it. The only worry that we may have as teachers is to cover the contents that we need to finish covering this year. And that's what we're trying to do via online. But otherwise, I wouldn't be very worried if I'm a first year in terms of assessments, because anything can change from now. And we're waiting until tomorrow's email from Emily.
Okay, thank you.
Good. Giovanni, I want to ask you, how did you put that hand up? Is there any, where can we find that, the little hand that you put there?
I think it depends on the computer or phone you're using, but here there is a button that is called participants. So you just go there and there is like different buttons where you can put the lower hand, or yes, you can say yes, or you can say no, or you can say go faster or go slower, or you can put like different emoticons. So I think it depends on each computer.
I see. Thank you. This is very helpful because then I can visually see whoever is waiting there for if you want to speak. I'm very bad in checking the chat at the same time, so maybe we don't use the chat as much unless you want to just have something and leave it just written there. But I would rather have this idea of you raising your hand and maybe using that icon. So in future sessions, let's see if that works. Sounds good? The Zoom sessions right now, they will last for 45 minutes and then they will disconnect automatically. So this session, because it was just an introduction, I just want to make sure that you are well, that you are aware of how are we going to be working, that you have your first task clear, that you see the web page over there. So play with it. Anything that you need later, please don't hesitate to send me an email, okay? So far, I think we are done for today. So please go to bed if it's too late and start your day if it's too early. Have some breakfast, Jennifer, a healthy one. And yeah, we will see you next week again on Thursday, because I'm gonna start a second session right now, which will be the same thing at 4 o'clock for those who were not able to connect at 3. Sounds good? Okay, take care, guys. Good to see you.